Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I think someone was saying something, so I said, okay, then should we start now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, so we finished with this slide and then we'll move on here. Okay. Uh, your voice, that is very important. When you say something, as I must have given this example earlier also, that when you say something, you need to have clarity of your speech in your speech. Now and when can you, or how can you get that clarity in your speech? If your content is well prepared. Okay, now you can see that the one where you do not feel confident to speak about, and that there are many reasons of that. Now why, what are the reasons that when you speak low or when you do not have eye contact? It is because your lack of preparation. So when you are not prepared for your content, then your voice affects. So it becomes low. You know, you can then you say no, I have not prepared. Or then in school or in college, children give student give reasons. Oh, that is there's a throat problem or some many other excuses they give. Now you people have a good excuse of internet connectivity, so that everybody gives, oh, this is because of this I'll do it late. Okay, so most of the time what happens, uh, your voice is affected because you have to make sure whether you have prepared for your presentation well, or if you have not, then you have to be honest for not being prepared for that. Okay, you can demand some time for that. Then if it is, first of all, you should prepare. That's what is expected from you. Okay, or everybody, rather, whoever is going to make any presentation, he or she should be prepared for any sort of for the presentation that he or she is given with. So your voice can reveal as much about your personal history as your appearance. Means, getting it. Now look at this has another important thing, that your voice, see, the way you speak, it also makes a difference. Now how, like, some people speak very very low, means, you have to get everything to, bringing your soul into your ears, that yes, I want to listen something, so that is that much of a low voice. Now that is not a good sign. You have to be audible, you have to be clearly, people should be able to listen to you clearly. Then your voice can, and then see, it is very interesting thing, and there are some people who will shout at the top of their voice. So if you speak at the top of their voice, then that also shows them up, oh my god, this person seems to be very arrogant, this seems to be very aggressive. So that your tone of voice, your voice speaks for your personality. That is what it is saying. So how your voice should be, it should be clearly and loud enough to be heard by the other people. Okay, then The sound of a voice and the content of a speech can provide clues to an individual's emotional state. Now, again, emotional state of what means, like for example, if somebody is feeling low or nervous, the voice will be low or nervous. But on the other hand, the person who is speaking confident, the voice will be clear and louder, and not means louder in the sense not yelling or shouting. That is different, yelling and shouting, but clearly audible. Okay. Then, for instance, if a self-esteem is low, it may be reflected by hesitancy in the voice. Hesitancy means, should I speak it or not? Or you will have some sort of hesitation in your voice. So that is reflected because of your self-esteem that is low. Low self-esteem. Okay. Then a shy person may speak quietly, but someone who is confident in themselves will be more likely to have command of their voice and clarity of speech. Okay, so command of their voice means the person knows what to speak and how to speak, and also the clarity of speech. Getting it? So what I'm speaking, I know very well. So that is a good sign that this is the sign of a good speaker. Okay, hope you understood this. Yes, am I? Are you people following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay, then next, yeah, this is someone, the other day someone was talking about this in the presentation. So what care should be taken when you are speaking? So see, slow down means what? See, there are means some people keep talking so fast that perhaps they do not realize that the other people are not able to listen to him or her what he or she is talking about. Okay, so natural reaction, so it is a natural reaction to want to get over as fast as possible, and this often causes people to stumble over their words. So if you do not have a good pace of your words, if you do not have pauses in your speech, people will not follow you, people will not understand you the way you want them to understand. Okay, you know that waiter in most probably the local hotels where you go, there are so much of a rush, and then you ask him, oh, what are the there is on your menu card, and he, without looking at the menu card, he will list out all those items, and then again you will say, okay, wait, can you repeat that, I want to listen it carefully, and then the person will repeat few things that he wanted you to order, and then he will, I don't know what is happening here, but something went wrong, and that
And we were not we were not able to listen you before.
oh my god, from when?
2 minutes before.
Yeah, that is what it is happening here. It suddenly stopped. So anyway, I'll again share this slide. Yeah, from this slide, you did you listen to me, Prajakta?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So did you listen to me this slide?
Uh,
Okay, I'll
no,
repeat.
ma'am.
Okay, I'll repeat. See, whatever I was talking about is that uh, you have to slow down in the way, slow down in the sense you have to maintain a pace of your speech. You cannot go on simply reading what you know, or you cannot go on just talking what you know about. So here, uh, whatever you speak, you have to make sure the other person is listening to you what you are saying. Now, for example, I was giving that example that when you go to any local hotel, and those they do not have some maybe a menu card or something. If you go on traveling, so there are some hotels near on the road, so they will the waiter will come and tell you the list of items that he has, and then after telling all those items, you would say, oh my god, he said it in so fast that I could not listen what he was trying to tell. So you have to ask him and request him, okay, can you repeat the whole thing so that you can place the order, and then the person will give you the list again slowly. Okay, so if you want the person to understand what you are saying, you have to have the pace and you have to have the clarity in your expression. Then keep your head up. Yeah, this is another body language feature which says that keep your head up. Try not to tuck your chin into the book as your voice is then addressing the floor. So this is usually I used to practice, means I used to observe in the class. So if you remember last year, I used to make you people stand in the class and then read the text. Okay. So whenever you are reading the text and so you look at the text, so you bend down. So automatically your voice is addressing to it is going downwards than the upward. So here you have to maintain that whatever you are saying, you are addressing to the audience. So do not look down and read as if you are addressing the gathering. So you have to make sure your head is up. Then hold your book higher and project your voice. So you have to be in front of the audience than looking into your notes or whatever points that you are looking for. Then pause occasionally. Now let the end of a sentence or the end of a paragraph give you a chance of a small 2 or 3 second rest. Pauses can be useful for emphasis. For example, this is what I said, poetry, rhymes or shero, shairi, etc. Practice this exercise as often as you can. Now, why do we see that's what I was earlier also discussing, that how pauses are important. Now, what is that? Oh, I remember that song. Yeah, we have that nursery rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Do you remember that? I think you must, some of you must be remembering it. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
when you listen to that small poem or a rhyme, nursery rhymes, why did you remember them? Though you learned it 20 years back. What has made you to remember that? Yes.
Expressions and
Express.
rhyme.
Yes, expressions and moreover that along with the expressions, the rhyme scheme, the way in which it was taught to you to listen. Okay, so all these things have made you to remember that poem even after 20 years of that. But today, after that, from standard first, can you listen to me now, Prajakta?
Yes, ma'am.
Because the screen is blinking here, so I asked you. Okay, so after 20 years of that class, you have learned at least maybe at least one poem in one class, and let's see 13-14 poems you learned. But do you remember all of those poems? You do not remember all of those poems because you didn't, yes, because you did not listen or you did not learn to all those poems the way you learned them in your nursery class. So pauses, and why it was there, because it was taught with rhyme, it was taught with pause and maybe with the actions of your teacher. So that makes a difference in a good speech. So you have to learn where to stop, where to take the pause, and where to uh, wait a minute. Okay, so this you have to practice if you want to become a good speaker. Yeah. Then next is the effect of breath or voice on speech and speech. Now, most of the times, what happens, if the other person is speaking, so it seems that the person is as if getting puffed up when he's speaking. So what is that making him? So it is a physical thing that you have to improve upon because you need to, I will just share this example here. See, there are so many actors and actresses. But if you listen to the voice of the great hero, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, and if you listen to the other hero's voice, of course everybody's voice is different, but do we find that there's a command in his voice, don't you? There's an authority in his voice, don't you? We
Pardon.
Yeah, we found that his voice is different, you know, when he, and especially if you listen on YouTube also, you can listen to his recitation of poems of his father, Harivansh Rai Bachchan's poem. And when he say those poems, or when he recite those poems, it literally gives a sense, and you will feel, oh, what he's trying to say is a, there's nothing and can be better than this. So this is something that you should learn from. So what I'm trying to say that, yes, you need to have that speech variation or voice, or you have to control your breathing techniques in order to speak well. But at the same time, you should listen to the great speakers also, because they may make you the different, they will show you what you have to practice and you have not to practice. Okay, so full lung capacity, the breathe, etc. This will benefit individuals who have a small voice and who worry that they cannot be heard when speaking in a group of people. Okay, what volume is controlled in the abdomen, not in the throat. Yeah. So breathing to full strength will allow you for a greater control of the voice. Yeah, this is very important if you have practiced. And for this, I would suggest you that tomorrow you can practice and learn it. What this it's saying that when you say something, the voice doesn't come from throat, it comes from your abdomen. And for that you have to see how it functions. And for that sake, I'll give you a small exercise. And what is that exercise? Tomorrow when you get up, and if you do maybe some exercise, you can do that. That's a good habit. But if you at least you can practice that, you have to close your eyes, fold your hands, and then you have to say, let's say 10 or 11 times the word that, oh. Okay, so if you take a break and then say it, that word om. And that om, when you will say that om, you have to first, three ohms should end with your bilabial, that is with your thing, lips. But the rest of the, and you will find vibrations on your whole of your body. So you practice, and then you will realize that the voice of om does not come from the throat, but it comes from abdomen. And you will realize that. So practice it, and it will help you in improving your physically as well as your mentally also. Breathing deeply and rhythmically has a calming and therapeutic effect, as it releases tension and promotes relaxation. So breathing techniques, you know, you learn it in yoga. So people who are relaxed are more balanced, receptive, and confident. So you know, there is some hypertension, irritation, nervousness, and extra overconfidence. So all these things sometimes create imbalance. So if you want to remain balanced, you have to practice all these lessons. I think, yeah, spiritual, actually I wanted to say here, spiritual lessons. Yeah, here I have given you this particular example of Vedanta life. I think last week we all listened. Did you all listen? Or some of you must have listened to that lady called Sunandaji, Leela Ram something. And she was giving you the very good exercise. Actually, if you look at her as a person, you will find how confident that lady was, how effectively she was a good speaking, and how knowledgeable she was there. And along with that, she has the skills to express what she was trying to say. But that is not an overnight job. She must have worked a lot on her personality, and that has created her being a good person. So if you have not seen, you can also see on YouTube also, Vedanta Life, Sunandaji, Leela Ram something. So you can observe her expressions and the pitch variations also, at least a good speaker. Okay, so this is something that, okay, next is, what is that? Yeah, ways to improve your speaking. Okay, can someone read this now? Bhagyashri, Bhagyashri Sutar, will you read it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please read it. Can you see the slide?
Yes, yes. Ways to improve your speaking. First, read. Second, if possible, read loudly. Third, be clear in your thoughts. Fourth, expressions. Fifth, prepare well before you speak. Sixth, listen to the people who speak professionally. 7. Develop breathing techniques. 8. Practice.
Okay, so these are some of the general ideas or guidelines that I have given you. See, why do I say read? Because reading enriches your world of experience. It will make you more experienced person. Means, see, like for example, when you, we, most of the time we read for information. Getting it? Why do we read newspaper? We want to know what is happening around us. Okay, but along with that reading, at least see on the among those 10 pages of newspaper, if you read at least one article, at least one news which is about motivating, is about improving yourself, so it will make you realize, oh, I have read it and I should practice that. So this will, out of those 10 bad news, one good news will make you a different person if you practice that. Okay, so reading enriches our world of experience, and that's why you should speak, sorry, you should read, so that it will add to your knowledge. And moreover, the more you read, the more knowledgeable you become, the more most at this age students face that, ma'am, we cannot speak because we do not have good vocabulary, we can't express it with a correct grammar. But that is, so that there are many ways to improve that, and so reading will help you in that way. So you have to make sure you read adequately and most oftenly. Then if possible, read loudly. Yeah, why I have read it, I have made this point here, that because you do not understand how do, what are the problem, how do you sound when you read loudly. And when you read loudly, you are supposed to pronounce the words very clearly, and then you also should have that proper expressions along with that word loudly. Means whatever word you use with your expressions. So remember last year we used to read the poem collectively in the class. Do you remember that? We used to read the poem along with the class. So that is,
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
do you remember?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that was an exercise to make you speak loudly. And what happens, even if at home you are reading a poem, I don't think you people read the poem at home. If you are preparing for exams, you read the poem loudly in a home, at your home. You read in order to understand, and then what answer should I write, etc. So, but the real pleasure of learning poem is loudly. You know, if you read it loudly, you will understand it better way. So then next is be clear in your thoughts. So if you want to express something, you have to be very specific about your expressions. What you want to say, you have to say it with clear and correct words. Then expressions, I said, yeah, suppose for example expressions, and I'm talking about this expression. Suppose you are reading a very touching scene in a story, and when and instead of showing that pitch modulation, pitch variation in your speech, if you are going to read the same tone, this she was like this, and then she came to meet this person, and then she said that, and then it happened. So you are using the same monotonous tone. Getting it? So if you are using the monotonous tone, people are going to lose the interest in your speech. So make sure you have to support your words with the expressions. Now you would say, and that is the reason why I asked you people to on your camera when you are giving presentations, because I wanted to notice the facial expressions also. See, I also can do my presentation every day by not allow means by off the camera should be off and then I start. But I don't think that will add to your understanding, means at least some understanding. I'm not sure about whether 100% is taking place, but whatever I am trying to say, it will reach to you. Okay. And you will have that, yes, actually the teacher is in front of you, so we are learning something. Then prepare well before you speak. So whatever you have to speak, you have to know about it. You have to preparation. That preparation will speak about your preparation. That is how prepared you are. If you are not prepared, you will jumble, you will fumble with the words. You will not perhaps may be able to tell what exactly you wanted to say. So you have to be very clear in your expressions, and that will happen if you are good at your preparation. Then listen to the people who speak professionally. I told you that if you have to listen to the people, if you want to become a good speaker, first of all, become a good listener. So if you want to become a good listener, then only you can understand the people. So here is another key. Now develop breathing techniques. I told you that you can develop breathing techniques. As I said that Om you can practice and you will learn how difficult it is to say that word from the abdomen it is. Okay. Of course, it will improve your pitch and voice. Then practice. This is the only thing that is left with every learner, that you know many things, but unless you don't practice, perhaps you will not be able to understand or learn that in a true sense. Okay. Yeah, here actually I wanted to add that video, but it is not taking place here. Okay. Now I will try. See, I have done from this way, but I wanted to show a couple of videos here. But since it is not there, I will try if it plays here, and you let me know whether you can see it here. Okay, give me some time. I can try it. Whew. Arey. Mm. Every time I make some effort, but it is not happening. Okay. Can you all see that video? Yes. Hello?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. You people are not able to see that video?
No, ma'am.
Arey, can anyone suggest me the how can I include that video? 1 minute. Let me try. I know that that day I learned it. New share. What is it that happening now? एक minute. Give me some time. I will try. Just a minute. एक मिनिट. कोणाला माहिती आहे का इथे क्लासरूम मध्ये? Is anyone? Can anyone help me? Okay. That video I have, yes, I kept it on desktop. पण ते व्हिडिओ चालू करून नाही ना ठेवतायत डेस्कटॉप वरती. एक मिनिट बघू, ट्राय करते मी.
निवडून येईल त्याच्या मागे लोक धावतात. आज आम्ही आमच्या पक्षात येतात, उद्या दुसरा आला त्याच्या तिकडनं घुसून तिकडे घुसतात. ते जहाज डुबायला लागलं की ते उंदरे जसे उड्या घेतात तसे लोक उड्या घेतात इकडनं तिकडे तिकडनं.
एक मिनिट आय विल ट्राय. तो कसं करायचं, एक मिनिट ना. अरे now can you see the screen?
No, ma'am.
I think it is now here. Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I learned it now finally. Okay. Can you all see that screen now?
Yes, ma'am. Gadkari.
हाँ ठीक है. आता एक मिनिट, I'll play the video. You have to listen to the speaker first. Okay, then we'll discuss what we are trying. Okay.
आज आम्ही आमच्या पक्षात येतात, दुसरा आला
Okay, ma'am.
एक मिनिट. See, the purpose of sharing this video is not to tell something about any political leader, but I want you to observe the body language, the content, the way he speaks, the ideology that he shares. Means ideology, why he shares, because why I'm trying to share this video, because it speaks about individuality. And in public speaking and effective speaking, you need to have your own ideas. So unless you have your own ideas to express, people are not going to listen to you. Okay. So that is what this person is trying to say. So please listen to this video. Yeah.
मागे लोक धावतात. आज आम्ही आमच्या पक्षात येतात, उद्या दुसरा आला त्याच्या तिकडनं घुसून तिकडे घुसतात. ते जहाज डुबायला लागलं की ते उंदरे जसे उड्या घेतात तसे लोक उड्या घेतात इकडनं तिकडे तिकडनं तिकडे. अर्थात हे चालणार आहे, पण हे लोक इतिहास नाही लिहिणार. इतिहास तेच लिहिणार आहे की जे कायम कठीण परिस्थितीमध्ये आपल्या विचारावर पक्के राहून काम करत राहिले. त्याच्यामुळे राजकारणामध्ये अशा लोकांची काही कमी नाही. दुनिया झुकती है, झुकाने वाला चाहिए. डोंट कॉम्प्रोमाइज विथ आवर प्रिन्सिपल्स अँड आयडियोलॉजी. पेशन्स ठेवला पाहिजे. मला आठवते याच नागपूर शहरामध्ये आम्ही 77 साली 75च्या आणीबाणीवर राजकारणात आलो आणि मी जेव्हा सायकल रिक्षावर अनाउन्समेंट करायचो तर लोक गोटे मारायचे. गिरीश माझ्यावर होतात आणि आमचा ऑटो रिक्षा जनता पार्टीचा आणि दादा शिवारी जनता पार्टीचा रिक्षा पळून लावायचे आणि आम्ही फिरत होतो. अनाउन्समेंट करणंही शक्य नव्हतं, पण आम्हाला कधी मनात निराशा नाही आली आणि चुकूनही आता पार्टी सोडून दुसऱ्या पार्टीत गेलं पाहिजे असा विचारही आला नाही. नाही तर आता सत्ता बदलली की लोक पक्ष बदलतात आणि हे बिलकुल बरोबर नाहीये. पेशन्स ठेवला पाहिजे आणि तुम्ही जर पेशन्स ठेवला तर प्रत्येकाचा दिवस येणार आहे. कोणी अमरत्व घेऊन नाही आला आणि त्याच्यामुळे आज सगळ्यात महत्वाची गोष्ट अशी आहे की जे काही आपण कार्यक्रम करू, विचार करू, ते आपण केलं पाहिजे. आणि मला तुम्हाला विनंती करायची आहे, माझ्या अनुभवावर मी तुम्हाला सांगतो. मला एकाने म्हटलं की तुम्ही असं बोलला तर तुम्ही निवडून द्या. त्यामुळे मी ठेका घेतला का आयुष्यभर निवडून यायचं? माझ्या नाही तर दुसरा कोणी आहे, प्रत्येकाला अधिकार आहे आणि त्याच्यावर मी काही कॉम्प्रोमाइज नाही करत. मला जे पटलं ते मी सांगितलं, मला पटलं ते मी केलं आणि मला पटलं तेच मी करेन. तुम्हाला द्यायचं असेल तर वोट जरूर द्या, नाही दिलं तर मी नाराज नाही. ज्याला जे लिहायचं आहे त्यांनी लिहावं, ज्याला जे बोलायचं आहे त्याने बोलावं, ज्याला करायचं त्याने करावं. मी आपलं जे करायचं तेच करीन आणि मला मी याच्यात कॉम्प्रोमाइज नाही केलं. मी पण निवडून आलो. त्यामुळे आपलं जे काही असेल, म्हणजे मी एबी बर्धन साहेबांना भेटायला मी भाजपचा अध्यक्ष झाल्यानंतर कम्युनिस्ट पार्टीच्या कार्यालयात गेलो आणि ही खूप मोठी न्यूज झाली, कारण कम्युनिस्ट पार्टीच्या कार्यालयात भारतीय जनता पार्टीचा अध्यक्ष म्हणजे जेव्हा भेटायला गेलो, त्यांच्या पाया पडलो, त्यांचा आशीर्वाद घेतला. कारण माझ्या मनात त्यांच्याबद्दलची एवढी प्रतिमा आणि एवढा आदर होता की त्यांची आणि माझी विचारधारा ही बिलकुल दोन टोकाची. पण आपल्या विचारधारेवर प्रामाणिकपणे प्रेम करून आपलं आयुष्य त्या विचारधारेकरता देणारा एक प्रामाणिक नेता म्हणून त्यांच्या मनात माझ्याबद्दलचा अतीव आदर माझ्या मनात त्यांच्याबद्दलचा होता. आणि त्याच्यामुळे बर्धन साहेब आज किती लोक निवडून आले असतील, मंत्री बनले असतील, पण बर्धन साहेबांचं स्टेचर, त्यांचं नेतृत्व, त्यांचं कर्तृत्व, त्यांचा प्रामाणिकपणा, त्यांची ऑनेस्टी याची बरोबरी करणारा नेता नागपुरात आज त्यांच्या तोडीचा मोठा नेता नाही झाला. आणि म्हणून माझी आपल्याला एकच विनंती आहे की आपण नेहमी जास्तीत जास्त ज्या विचाराकरता, कारण विचार भिन्नतेपेक्षा विचार शून्यता ही समस्या आहे. विचार भिन्नता असणं काही वाईट नाही आहे. प्रत्येकाचे विचार वेगवेगळे असतील, ते असायलाच पाहिजे आणि ते लोकशाहीचं वैशिष्ट्य आहे. पण विचार भिन्नतेपेक्षा ही समस्या आहे विचार शून्यतेची. जो निवडून येईल त्याच्या मागे लोक धावतात. आज आम्ही आमच्या पक्षात
Okay. Now, the last sentence that I wanted to tell you here, this video. I hope you listened to the video.
Yes, ma'am.
So last sentence, what he said that विचार भिन्नतेपेक्षा विचार शून्यता महत्वाची आहे. Okay. म्हणजे विचार शून्यता आहे तर ते म्हणजे मीन्स यू हॅव नॉट युअर ओन आयडियाज अँड अ गुड स्पीकर ऑलवेज हॅज हिज ओन पॉइंट्स टू टेल. Getting it? So instead of taking somebody's views and talking about that, a good speaker should always have his own something own to share. And that is the reason that I shared this video with you, that every time when you make any sort of presentation, it should be supported with your own ideas. See, you have collected the data of 10 things, but 11 things should be of your own. So this 10 things data will help you to prove that how I am it's 11 thing is right because it is based on the 10 things. So you have to your own ideas to express, and a good effective speaker always adds something new to the existing knowledge. So that you should remember. I think that was the last point that I wanted to share with you. Actually there was one more very very interesting video, but unfortunately I tried a lot from morning to share it here, but it is saying that 2 point something MB what is the video size, so we cannot send it to the Gmail. Okay, and so I could not show you that video, but of course if possible I will try to share it, and I could not even copy the link because it was on WhatsApp video that I received. So I could not copy the link also, so I forgot to I did not share that video with you. Okay, so I think it is the last minute. Should we stop here then now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. So thank you all. We'll stop here for today. Yeah, it's okay. The meeting is
Thank you,
about to
ma'am.
end here.
Bye, ma'am.
Yes, bye.